What is going on, Re Nation? How are you guys doing? So we're doing a what culture video today. I know it's kind of weird, but I usually don't do his videos, but it was on my recommended and it looked pretty interesting, you know. So I wanted to check this out. So if you haven't hit that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. You're probably wondering why I haven't been posting that many videos lately. I'm really sick. Like, I've been trying the best I can. Like, I made a lot of videos yesterday, but I didn't even like edit it or nothing because like I was like super tired out of it, sick, man. I've been taking so much medicine, like, dude, like, bruh, I don't even take medicine. Like, that's how sad it is. But anyways, let's get into the video. Let's not worry about that. I'm ready.
WrestleMania 21 is notable for a number of things. The first Money in the Bank ladder match, Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels having one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, and it was the first proper WrestleMania where the streak was recognized as a prize to be captured. Also, Big Show declared war on his dignity by not being up for a sumo match with Akibona.
Yeah.
Also, it was a coronation night for two men that would go on to define the company for the next decade, Batista and John Cena. It was a night when WrestleMania went Hollywood, and genuinely looking back, it may not be remembered as such, but in terms of what it achieved, it was a damn important show. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 fascinating facts about WrestleMania 21. Number 10, it's the first and only WrestleMania with no form of tag match, also known as the worst night of Teddy Long's life.
Damn.
WrestleMania 3 had no tag team title match, but there were 5 different types of tag match on the show in general. WrestleMania 12's lone traditional tag match was on the pre-show, but did have a 6-man tag on the main card. The card for WrestleMania 21 included 7 singles matches, a 6-way ladder match, and a pre-show battle royal, but not a tag match in sight. Every WrestleMania since then has had some kind of tag team match, whether traditional handicap 6-man, 8-man, or even 12-man. Bastards, mutters Teddy Long, necking Jim Beam at Fireside and staring at a framed WrestleMania 21 poster. You bastards. Number 9, Paul Orndorff left his Hall of Fame plaque in his hotel room. WrestleMania 21 is responsible for one of the most memorable Hall of Fame classes ever, starring Hulk Hogan and including 6 men he'd feuded with at some point in the 1980s. One of those individuals was Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who had made some serious dough in a hate-filled feud with Hogan in 1986 to 87. A year after the ceremony, where Orndorff had given a speech equal parts gracious and entertaining, Mr. Wonderful blasted the entire Hall of Fame concept, saying it didn't mean anything to him and adding that he only made the appearance because he was told it would be a payday. He also claims to have left behind his, quote, $20 plaque in an LA hotel room, which is a pretty clear statement. Number 8, Roddy Piper prepared his Hall of Fame speech with the help of a comedy club owner. In a few years before his rightful induction into the WWE Hall of Fame, the Rowdy One had taken an interest in doing stand-up comedy. Makes sense, his tirades on Piper's Pit and Tuesday Night Titans showed that he was a charismatic SOB. He was put in touch with a Portland-based comedy club owner named Barry Colin, who gave Piper a shot to take the stage. When Piper found out that WWE would be inducting him, the Canadian Scot reached out to Colin again to help him polish his delivery and stage presence. It sounds a bit mad that Roddy Piper, this Roddy Piper, thought that he needed help on the mic, but there you go. Number 7, Chris Jericho and writer Brian Gewirtz proposed the Money in the Bank concept. Money in the Bank ladder matches were a surefire way to get valuable superstars onto the WrestleMania main card without actually having to come up with storylines for any of them. For Jericho, it couldn't have come at a better time as he realized that he had no set match for Mania 21. Jericho contacted lead WWE scribe Gewirtz, who had designs for a Hollywood dream ladder match where the winner would get whatever he so desired, but Vince disliked the vagueness of that idea, so Jericho suggested the prize be a world title match for the next night on Raw. Gewirtz tweaked that into a future title match at the winner's convenience. Scary Vince approved, adding that the winner should carry the championship match contract around in a briefcase as a visual token. Thus, Money in the Bank was born. Bonus fun fact, when it was still in its dream match stage, the proposed winner was RVD, whose dream to come true would be the return of ECW. Number 6, Undertaker and Kane were originally planned to wrestle Gene Snitsky and Heidenreich. The two-man shower trip of Snitsky and Heidenreich had each made their mark in WWE as a blameless amateur abortionist and a dry-humping beat poet, respectively. Even though both men were present in the fans' minds thanks to the mental stuff the writers had them doing, neither was exactly a captivating in-ring performer, and the Brothers of Destruction deserved better at WrestleMania. Despite all 4 men being slated to work together in a big blow-off match, Undertaker concluded his feud with Heidenreich at the Rumble, while Kane and Snitsky both moved on from their own story around the same time. The Dead Man went into a lengthy and mostly great feud with the legend killer Randy Orton, which is the best Randy Orton, while Kane was popped into the Money in the Bank ladder match. Number 5, Shawn Michaels debuted his chaps on the show. I don't mean that he brought some friends with him down to the ring. Shawn Michael and his chaps, new album coming in the spring. There's a lot worth remembering about Michaels and Kurt Angle's all-time classic at WrestleMania 21. Something notable from an aesthetic point of view was a radical change in Michaels' appearance. As the Heartbreak Kid, Michaels always wore leather chaps to the ring as part of his elaborate and very, very sexy disrobing entrance, but beginning April 3rd, 2005, they were part of his ring gear. Michaels switched to the baggier pants for his matches, most likely to conceal the bulky knee braces that he required after years of accumulated damage and injuries. It was a good change, and certainly a step up from the murky poo tights he wore at Survivor Series 2002. look at them. Number 4, Kurt Angle claims he and Michaels only practice one spot. Michaels is a guy that had a 5-star match with Triple H after not wrestling a big match in more than 4 years. Kurt Angle's taken part in epic match after epic match with spinal injuries that would incapacitate a lesser individual. In other words, both men are freaks. The two had never wrestled each other before WrestleMania 21, but were such virtuosos that rehearsals weren't needed. According to Angle, the only spot the two worked on was one where Angle would hoist Michaels off his feet and Michael would counter the lift into a sunset flip. Aside from that, they discussed a few other possible spots, but didn't spend all that much time piecing together what was most certainly match of the night and also match of the year. Number 3, Triple H versus Randy Orton was the original main event. When Orton was booked to win the World Heavyweight title from Chris Benoit at SummerSlam 2004, the Polaroid of WrestleMania 21 quickly faded into view. The bastard Triple H would be envious of his protege winning the gold, would excommunicate him from Evolution, giving Orton cause to seek revenge. 24 hours after winning the belt, Triple H, Ric Flair and Batista beat an unsuspecting Orton down, rushing the face turn, and the qualities that made Orton stand out quickly evaporated during his run as a tightly scripted babyface Avenger. Big Dave Batista's face turn was handled far better as fans grew to love him for his subtle attempts to undermine Triple H's arrogance and authority. While Orton, who fans eventually cooled on, was rushed into a Royal Rumble loss to Triple H, WWE got it right with Big Dave, setting him up for the main event of Mania instead. Number 2, WWE wanted to give away Triple H versus Batista on TV. When Batista started heating up in late 2004, his uneasy interaction with Triple H began to create crowd buzz. Dave Meltzer would later reveal that WWE nearly compromised a good thing. Meltzer talked with Batista a few years after WrestleMania 21 and was surprised to hear Big Dave tell him that WWE wanted to run Triple H versus Batista on free TV around the time of the turn, thus giving away a money-making match for free, which is bananas. They would presumably still have had the WrestleMania main event, but it wouldn't have been as fresh. In the end, it was Triple H who put his foot down and resisted the idea, keeping the show down shrink wrap
do that
until
now.
Sunday.
Like
and number 1, WrestleMania 21 is the only Mania where both world titles changed hands. From WrestleManias 19 through 29 and beginning again with 33, it was set in stone that WrestleMania would showcase 2 World Championship bouts, with only one exception. A title has always changed hands at WrestleMania, and we'll come to that Mania eventually, which is why it's a bit surprising that at WrestleMania 21, it was the only Mania to date where both World Championships changed hands. Obviously, this doesn't count Triple H at 18 or Daniel Bryan at 30 winning 2 different physical belts in one match, but rather 2 different champions defending gold in 2 different matches. On one night, both John Cena and biggest Davey Bigley Big Large Lad Big Dave, they both dual ascended to the top, and a new era began. And that's our list. Did we miss any out? Tell us about it in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
That's interesting. I actually sat there and enjoyed it. I was watching it, but dang, so I'm glad Triple H put his foot down, because that feud with him and Batista, if they would have put that on free TV, I promise you, man, it wouldn't have been as, you know, special as it was at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays they put those type of matches on TV now, and for free, and people just, I mean, now they'll do it, but back then I'm glad, you know, they didn't. Triple H need to start doing that. He need to start putting his foot down when they try to put these great matches on TV, free on TV. Like I'm just saying, like, that's pretty much crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Tell me down below, how do you feel about this video? What is your comments? Just tell me, and I'll definitely look at them. I will see you guys in the next video. Post Renation Route. Deuces, baby. One love. Peace.